Okay, I got in this one here basically because of a couple things. One, I had this high right here marked right here. Price goes up. I want to move this out of the way really fast. My target on here is right there. I'll show you why in a second. Price tried to go higher, and we had some demand come in for this move here. And then when I jumped in, there were blue bars below the zero line right here on the inbox histogram. So this level looked like it was holding. So I got in right just below that level. Plus, I'm looking at the numbers going across to the left. This is a lot of total volume. It's almost 8,100 total volume. We're over here, we only had 300 total volume, 200 total volume. Same amount of volume delta, pretty much. It told me there wasn't very much buying going on here with the volume delta in relation to the total volume. So now we need to get below this level right here. Tested it, or you could also choose this level right here. Tested it, and now it's going back up trying to retest whatever. There's levels here that are being retested. There's one right there. Right there. This needs to be broken so that we can go after this level here and after other levels. The reason my stop or my target is right there, it's easier to show on the hourly. I was also looking at the hourly too. Friday closed right there. Yesterday afternoon opened up here, went down, but did not close this gap right here. For those who understand gaps, it did not close that gap. So my stop is just above 66.50, so I'll put it at 67 if I can get it. That's good. So I'm looking for this gap to get closed is what I'm looking for. That's why I put it where it was. All we need to do is get below this level right here on the hourly. Right there. That's all we need to do. I was also looking at, this is the overnight high. I just drew a box from the wick, top of the wick, shadow, whatever you want to call it, to the body. This candle here went up, and New York Open went up, tested into it. I should trail this a little bit. Went up and tested into it. Once that happened, it held. Couldn't even get above this fractal right here. So I shorted. That's what I was looking at. Now it just comes down to managing, will this hour here that's a little over half over, will it reach this gap? Or will we bounce back up here and then try again? But the gap is my target. So, and the gaps make very good support resistance levels. So I'm putting my target just above the gap so that if it closes the gap and it becomes support, I'm okay. But that's why my target is where it is. I'm going to trail to here. This level right there. It's also got a few levels through here. It's also a swing low right there too. So I'll protect everything above that. That's what I'll do. But that's why I went in. If you're also looking at the 3 minute, we have sorry, price actually looks like it could not get above that right there either, that level right there. So when it couldn't get above here, right here, here, that's resistance level. Plus we had a very large, not very large, but we had a decent sell imbalance up here. So I kind of had to take this short. Now we just need, plus right at the open we did have a little bit of demand come in right here. These bars are gone for some reason, but we had demand come in to move it up, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared. And these were actually, somewhere in here, they were actually blue bars below the zero line. Which told us that even though price was trying to go up, even though price is trying to go up, yes, even though a price is trying to go up, there was more selling going on. And that told me that even after all this demand that jumped in after the open, blue bars below zero line told me that there was more selling going on here. So sorry I confused that. I get it so much in my head that I confuse things sometimes. But the blue bars below the zero line means that even though price is trying to go up, there's more selling going on. So those are the things I was looking at. Trying not to repeat myself, so I'm being quiet right here. Also, what we have, and one reason why I feel okay, is on the 3-minute. Every candle is getting a lower low and a lower high, and they're closing below the prior candle's close. So if that continues, we should be good. So there we are. That was a good, I like that one. I thought it was an easy read. I was watching, I'll go back, I was watching the blue bars. There were several blue bars right here when I jumped into the trade that were below the zero line after this move up at the open. So, and I was comparing this total volume here. I know a lot of people only use the volume delta. I use both, and I think it's because I learned using a Weiss wave and all we had was volume. But I was using the amount of volume delta there in relation to the total volume is what I was also using. So, thanks. And I'll show you this. The gap obviously did get filled. This my target got hit. So, and as I mentioned, the gap sometimes becomes support resistance levels. And this one here, and that's why I put my target just above the gap. Because this one here can come down here and close. I'm sorry, this one can come down here and this can become support once it's closed. The gap is now closed. So that's why my target was where it was. And that's also why I was looking for a possible short. Because the gaps will always be closed eventually. It may take a week, it may take a day, it may take a month, but they usually do get closed. So I don't want to confuse anybody who doesn't understand that, so I will sign off. Thanks.